Well, good afternoon. Thank you for joining me. And to those of you on Wildcast, thank you for joining me as well. And I love the inclusivity of this whole process. I am extremely excited to be here on campus and to visit and to engage in these dialogues. I have learned a tremendous amount in the day so far, and I know that I'll learn even more. And I also want to say how honored I am to have been invited as a finalist for the presidency at the University of Wyoming. You know, I've talked to a lot of my colleagues and of course done a lot of research, and I've intersected the university over the past 20, 30 years actually. And I'm deeply, deeply impressed by this university. It's a great, great university, and I hope you take a lot of pride in what you've achieved so far, but also have a lot of excitement for the future, because the future is very, very bright. I just have a short presentation, and it is really in two parts. One part is a little bit about myself and my background, and there we go. And the other part is really about my great enthusiasm for the University of Wyoming and what I see as the future for it. So starting a little bit about myself, I was kind of your typical geeky, math-loving, Star Trek watching, James Joyce reading kid growing up in the state of Iowa. And I grew up in a family of educators. 3 brothers and a sister. They all came from different disciplines. Most of them ended up teaching at the university level or at the college level. My sister taught in the public school system. But because we were multidisciplinary, we had a lot of interesting family discussions and topics and so forth. There's no question that we were influenced by our dad, who was a longtime faculty member at the University of Iowa, taught in the School of Education. And he instilled on us kind of 3 important lessons. One was the love and passion that he had about teaching and learning. He was dedicated to his discipline, but the most important lesson that he taught to us was his commitment to serve the students, to serve the school districts, to serve the educational needs of the entire state. That lesson has stuck with me throughout my whole academic career. And I've had a very rich and varied career. I've served in a lot of positions, from faculty to administration. I've really had a very rich variety. I've worked primarily at 2 institutions. University of Colorado in Colorado Springs for almost 19 years. It's a public institution. It's part of the University of Colorado system. It's a campus of about 11,000 students, and its primary mission is to provide access to high-quality higher education to the citizens of Colorado, but particularly to southern Colorado. And as a result, we serve a lot of first-generation students. We serve a lot of Hispanic students in that area. And there's also a number of military components of our educational offerings, because there are so many military installations there in Colorado Springs. It's an important part of the community in that regard. For the last 8 years, though, I've been fortunate to be at a private institution and to learn the differences that a private institution brings to higher education. This is Rochester Institute of Technology, a large institution. It's about 18,600 students. It's complex. It's got 3 global campuses. It also is home for the National Technical Institute for the Deaf. So we have about 1,500 deaf and hard of hearing students on campus. RIT is really well known for its academic programs, really strong technology programs, engineering, computing, science, for example. But perhaps not as well known, but renowned for its creative arts programs. It's got world-class programs in design, in photography, printing. It's got the School of American Crafts, where We offer majors in furniture making and jewelry making and glass blowing. So a wonderful array of different mixtures. And everything is tied together with a very strong programs in our liberal arts and our humanities, who have really found a way to integrate liberal arts and the humanities with all the strong technology programs and the creative arts programs. So it's a comprehensive program that it's a research institution. And the other distinguishing crown jewel, I would say, about RIT is its dedication to the career education philosophy. So it's what we call a cooperative education school. So students are required to go off on co-op during their program of study. And so that's why a lot of our programs are 5-year programs instead of 4-year programs. And that cooperative experience really is fundamental to the nature of RIT. It's very applied as a result. The students come back to the classroom having been on co-op, and they literally tell their colleagues, their friends, and the faculty, no, that's not how they do it this way. And the faculty are used to this. It keeps them current, and it just means that the curriculum is very applied and very relevant to their needs. So throughout all those experiences and working at those different institutions, I have learned to be adaptive and creative, and especially inclusive. But the most important takeaway that I have from my academic career so far is the importance of having impact on the institution. It is critical that I look back and say whether or not I've added value to the organization, that I've made a difference, that I have taken it to a new level. And I'm very confident as I reflect on my time at the University of Colorado, where we moved the College of Engineering substantially forward, and now more recently at the RIT, where we've moved this institution into a national university category, that I've had that impact. And that impact has really occurred in 3 very important areas: student success, academic excellence, and of course, community building. And I think if any institution excels in those 3 areas, it's going to become a great university moving forward. And I see that, having done that in Colorado and at Rochester, and I see the same great potential here at the University of Wyoming. So I'd like to spend a few minutes talking about why I'm so excited to be here and to understand this opportunity that lies ahead. So there's 3 points I want to drive home to you because they're really important to me. First of all, it's your character. It's your DNA, who you are. Second of all, it's your aspirations. And then third is the opportunity that lies ahead. So your character is absolutely marvelous. It speaks deeply to me. You are a public land-grant research university with a mission that resonates deeply with me. You want to provide access to higher education for the citizens of Wyoming. You want to do research and outreach to really help advance the state of Wyoming in very significant ways. You're committed to doing that, and it shows in your execution. So you should take great pride in your fulfillment of that mission. But what really gets me excited about this opportunity is the fact that you are the only institution, 4-year degree granting institution in the state of Wyoming, and you are the only state in the union that has that characteristic. How cool is that, right? That is what we call an unfair advantage. These are things that an institution can take advantage of to distinguish itself from all the other public land-grant research universities, I would say from all the other universities in this country. And we have great universities. I think this is what's really exciting about this institution. It means that you have to excel at student success. It means you have to be the intellectual engine for this state. And of course, it means you have to find this balance between the public good and the individual good on that. That's quite an obligation, but I see how well you execute on that. And again, you should take pride in that. But wait, there's more, right? You've got a wonderful array of academic programs, right? Ranging from the liberal arts and the humanities to the creative arts to solid, great STEM programs, and of course a great array of professional programs ranging from law to business to education and to health sciences. Now, behind those academic programs are terrific faculty, making sure that they are the best that they can be.